Happy anniversary, NCC Manchester! Woo, woo, woo!
Happy 20th anniversary, New Covenant Church.
Happy 20th year anniversary to New Covenant Church Manchester.
Happy 20th anniversary, New Covenant Church Manchester.
This is Shewa Diary, and I had so many beautiful experiences from Teen Church. However, the highlights for me were the camps. The camps we usually have outside of Manchester, and these experiences were so beautiful because we were cut off from the world. It was just God's presence in us, and it was very impactful. It changed my life for the good. Like, I am forever thankful for those camps.
My name is Adironke Mary Odubanjo, and I came into the church with my family at the age of 6. I went through the children's church, I went through the youth church, and went into university, and here I am at the moment.
The first day of coming to NCC Manchester. I think that first Sunday, after moving to Manchester from Nigeria, my mom, like many other mothers on Sunday morning, ushered us to our Sunday service at the old Ardwick building. And I remember vividly, Dame Irozuru walked up to me and said hello, very warm welcome. And the first question he asked me was, how old are you? Which I answered 17. I suppose he was trying to find out whether he would call me uncle or brother or whatever. But that was a very warm welcome on my first day to NCC Manchester. In fact, NCC Manchester has had an impact on me, unknowing to me, right from Nigeria. My cousin used to take me to a church close to or held around Cocoa House in Ibadan. And I remember very clearly that church had a very vibrant youth church. And I enjoyed going to that church. Unknown to me, that church was pastored by Pastor Ludipe. And I didn't know until I got to the UK that the famous Pastor Shambak was actually Pastor Ludipe, which I only found out when I got to Manchester.
I'm glad to have had the opportunity to be a part of this church. I remember many years now being a part of the teenage church, and it was such a good experience. Surrounded by different young people who were able to express our views, we were taken seriously. Nobody tried to dump down the things of God to us. We were taught important principles about God. We were given projects to work together in groups and learn together, learn individually but also learn together. So many experiences that we had with God. It was such a beautiful time. And I remember particularly one of the lessons was 5 questions to rule the world. And that's something that still helps me, today going forward. So like, who am I? Where am I from? Why am I here? What do I have? Where am I going? These are all things that we ask ourselves, and these are things that help us to assess where we're up to as we go forward in life.
So growing up as a youth in NCC Manchester was very fun. We went on retreats, the church and our parents sponsored youth trips with OFNC. We hosted many youth concerts, brought together so many youths from across multiple Manchester churches. Lots of good stories to tell.
I am super thankful to God for the impact that NCC has had on my life personally. From being the lanky kid with my legs crossed and the keyboard, to being part of the teenage church, where I've learned so much about who God is and how to seek out the word of God, how to understand the things of God. And those years have been so very foundational to my Christian walk today.
And there are so many things that I carried away with me from teenage church. However, the ones that stuck with me, when we were younger, as children, we think things are going to be rosy. I'm a Christian, but however, that's not the case. And we thought that all these challenges and trials we face, that happens in seasons, as well as not to give up. Like, first of all, be thankful for them, and then after don't give up. It makes you stronger as a Christian to even face the next one that comes up. And another one that Uncle Divine really embedded in us was, there were 5 questions he taught us, but I'm not going to go through all the 5 questions. But the most important one was to find out who you are. Once you find out who you are at a younger stage, things will come easier. You find your purpose, the relationship and the friendship you build in the future becomes easier, and the path God has aligned for you as well. You'll be able to see things clearly for yourself. So yes,
the youth church was an amazing experience for me. It was one of the best experiences I have had in my life in my 25 years of living. It's amazing. It actually laid foundation, foundation of prayer, foundation of actually knowing God for yourself, foundation of having a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and not just living off the faith from your parents, but actually knowing Christ for yourself.
New Gen. What can I say? We decided to name our collective youth group. Thanks to Uncle Benga and Uncle Deji for that. I think that's probably our first real life lesson on branding. So New Gen, that's what we named our youth group. We sang, we danced across the country. We especially danced, and we were pretty good as well. We spent a lot of time in the house of God and had so much fun doing it. I'd say that's probably what stayed with me the most. Me growing up at NCC. NCC imbibed in me the ease to dwell in the house of God no matter what and no matter where I found myself, because I knew I had the experience of serving in the house of God and having a lot of fun doing it. So I'd say the ease to dwell in the house of God no matter where. I just found myself itching to do something or serve in the house.
It definitely made me the man I am today, and I can't thank God enough for the leadership of the church. Massive shout out to Uncle Divine, who beat me into shape a number of times.
So I just say well done to all the leaders of the Teenage Church and the Youth Church today, and God bless you for all the hard work that you've put into all of us. And God, continue to give you the strength and the passion and the wisdom with which to go forward. Amen.
I want to thank Uncle Divine. I want to thank Auntie Angela, Auntie Labake, and all the youth leaders that took on the call of God for their life to actually come and teach us youth. It was an amazing experience. I've learned so much from the youth church, and the things I have learned, I'm still using it now. I still talk about it to people. I still, it helps me to preach to other people. So it's just amazing, and it's just a seed that was sown. Thank you so much, Uncle Divine. The teachings that you have taught me in the youth church about knowing who I am, my potentials, why I'm on this earth, will forever stick with me. I want to thank Pastor, Mrs. and all the leaders in NCC Church Manchester, because you're forever praying for the youth. And I want to say, just keep praying for the youth. Don't stop praying for us young people. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary.
Thank you, NCC. Thank you, Pastor Mrs. Oludipe. Thank you, NCC parents, NCC youth leaders. 20 years is a significant milestone, and I'm privileged to have been some part of that journey. So happy anniversary, church.
I'm praying for 20 more years and beyond of influence, of impact, and for the love of God to be very, very rich in the church. God bless you guys.
Once again, happy anniversary, NCC Manchester. Thank you, and God bless you.